Okay, so this is my first live, so be nice. Yes, I am a writer. I'm an author, first time author. No, come back. No, she's gone. Sorry. My debut novel, Out of Ashes, is going to be free tomorrow and Monday. So if you like dark gothic fantasy, you can check it out. It's going to be free on Kindle. Obviously the physical book is not free, but the ebook will be free on Kindle on Sunday and Monday. So yeah, if that's what you're interested in, you can download it for free. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Doesn't matter. It's free. Okay, so just a little bit about the book. Like I said, it is a dark gothic fantasy about a witch who doesn't have magic anymore. She lost her magic when she was a child, and she lost her parents when she was a child, but then she's grown up with her uncle who has a little bit of magic but not really, and his children, her cousins, don't like magic at all. So she's basically the black sheep of the family. She's treated more like a servant and a maid. I got some people saying it started with Cinderella vibes, but it does not continue like that. She gets a new job, and then she gets to start learning that it's okay to use her magic, that her magic is not something she should be ashamed of, with her new employer. And gradually she gets to learn that this, the dark magic that she possesses from her parents is actually okay. And so one of the things that this book is supposed to represent, you can take it or leave it, however, you can interpret it however you want, but the way I wrote it was that, there are things in our past or in ourselves, in our presence, that we should learn to embrace. Even though some people don't appreciate it, some people don't think it's appropriate, but at the same time they're part of ourselves. And this is one of the things that I wanted to express in this book, that if it's part of yourself, you should embrace it. So yeah, her magic is something that society has told her she's not supposed to, like, it's not considered, polite society, etc. It's set in a Victorian era, but she does truly want to unleash her magic. She just doesn't know how anymore, and she's scared of how people will react when they see her with this magic. So it's there's a lot of other meanings in there. So okay, I'm gonna start reading a little bit, and Cleo, come on Cleo, do your job and say hi to people. Hello, this is Cleo. Okay, so we're gonna start reading from the book. It's very difficult to read with a cat in your arms. Okay, so we're on the prologue. Elements. You dream of raging fire, of wild magic I refuse to embrace, for it is nothing more than a curse to me. So I cast it away and pretend I never held such power. If there is a worse time to interrupt me than during my evening reading, I cannot think of one, as service bells chime from outside my room. Dragging my attention from my book I've been lost in, I sigh. The small clock on the table beside me declares there is still a quarter hour before I am to fetch dinner for my ailing uncle, and I'll be damned if I lose a precious second of my flighty story. Sorry, I've had a cold for a couple of days, so not the best time to go back. Okay, let's continue. Rain on the window blurs my vision of the back garden. and dark clouds block the early spring sun from my small room, which is only a fraction larger than the servants' rooms on the lower floor. I inch my wicker chair closer to the oil lamp on my nightstand and tilt my book to get more light. Relishing in a world where magic wielders do not have to hide their star-blessed talents, unlike this one, a read-on. My imagination fills my simple room with a magical forest and hovering fairies that jingle instead of speaking. Harsh service bells replace the fairies' gentle tinkling, and panic rises in my chest. I hurry to the hallway of newly fitted electrical lamps, straightening out my simple blouse and layered skirt. The hallway leads to a landing that overlooks the lavish hallway. Paintings of my uncle and his 5 children hang on every wall in the largest townhouse. My cousins are all married now, the youngest being several years older than I, leaving me to tend to their father until his wealth becomes theirs. I cross the upper landing, gripping the banister before it curves away to lead down the staircase. Velvet-covered benches line the walls just inside a large glass-pane door on the lower floor. The bland space sucks in what little energy I have left this time of day. And if it weren't for the vase of flowers in the central table, it might appear if nobody lived here. The living nurse ascends the stairs, hugging a bowl of ice. The water sloshes with her rush steps. "Is everything all right?" I ask her. The nurse shakes her head. "Mr. Nightflame has had one of his episodes. The doctor is on his way, and I'm doing all I can until he arrives." I rest a hand over my rapid heart, tears prickling at the back of my eyes. Without a word, I take a bowl from her and move swiftly but carefully to my uncle's room so the nurse can run on ahead. My uncle's room is dim, with only a sliver of light between the dark curtains. He always preferred to shut out the light in his study when working, but to shut it out of his bedroom too? Just another sign he is not long for this world. I'll tend to this, he said to the nurse, and placed the bowl on the nightstand by my uncle's bed. I have been tending to him since his health deteriorated over a year ago, but with the more frequent attacks, his eldest son finally hired a nurse. A pile of towels sits on another table with various bottles of pre-prepared treatments, where the nurse now stands, picking one out. I soak a towel, my hands jerking even before they hit the icy water. The nurse gives a soft smile as if to comfort me, yet it does little. As I face my uncle, my heart lurches at his flushed skin, clouded eyes, and auburn hair pasted to his face. His unfocused gaze passes over me until cracked lips twitch into a faint smile, and he pats my hand. "Claire?" A sob escapes me over the man who took me in as an orphan child and allowed me to stay long after the banks paused my trust fund when I turned 20. My upbringing was either covered by my parents' money, and when that stopped 2 years ago, I earned my keep as a cook, occasional nanny to his grandchildren, and doing other small tasks. "How are you feeling, Uncle?" I asked, dabbing his burning forehead with an icy towel. Wild blue eyes dart about, and he clasps the bedsheets, whimpering and trembling. "Where am I?" He blinks and purses his lips. "What am I doing here?" Thrashing in the bed, he knocks the water bowl onto the floor. With a yelp, he jerked back, bumping into the nurse. There, miss," she lulls, patting my arm. "It's normal for someone to be disorientated after an episode. Best stay back." Nodding, I sob and cover my mouth with my hand. "I'm sorry." "It's all right." Her soft voice calms me. but does not take away the fear of seeing my uncle deteriorate with every episode. They have grown more frequent each time, leaving him less and less of the busy man he once was. Nodding, I bite back more sobs. You know, you just wish they would let a witch tend to him. Not that you're a swallow. Apologies. I didn't mean to imply anything other than I wish I could manage his pain. I understand, she says. I've used such treatments on other patients, but the younger Mr. Nightflame insists only on natural ingredients. I want to protest and say that magic is natural, but I would be a hypocrite, having not touched magic since I was 6 years old. An intense cough tears me away from the woman, and Edward stands in the doorway. He's a spitting image of his father, in older paintings, with vibrant auburn hair, eyes as blue as the summer sky, and taller than an average man. His glare stills me as he towers, and I would rather not be around him right now. I step past him, but he grabs my arm, fingers pinching. Wincing, my gaze shoots to him. Let me go, Edward. He does no such thing. He will not survive another episode. Edward's voice is cold and factual, rather than a man losing his father. It is time for me to make the decisions on how this household is run, and I want you gone by week's end. The words strike me hard, and my gaze shoots to his impressive expression. But I have nowhere else to go. He leans in, eyes dark and uncaring. That is your problem, witch, not mine. My face tightens. I can continue working for my keep, if that's what you're worried about. My uncle tried to negotiate releasing my full trust fund to me, but unless I marry, it will stay with the bank along with my parents' estates. Edward contemplates something for a moment, then trails a finger across my cheek. Such a shame you're a witch. I might have use for a pretty thing like you in other ways. Bile rises in my throat. I am your cousin. He waves a dismissive hand. Distant cousin. But not to fear. I have no interest in keeping a witch in my house. You are the abomination my family tried to wean out of their blood, but your parents saw fit to curse us with another generation of your kind. The slice of his words cut deep, but if I pull my shoulders back and hold my chin high. My uncle, while often too busy to spend much time with me, happily gave me comforts, education, and a home when I had nothing left. But once again, death steals far more than it should from me. Very well, my voice comes out shaky and hoarse. There is nothing left for me here anyway. Striding from the room, I hold my breath until I am far from him. I stop just inside my bedroom door, chest heaving and tears dampening my cheeks. The lamp's flame cries as if sensing my distress. The fire often whispers to me, yet I cannot speak back, not since. Blue flames tinge my vision, and screams of the past shatter my attempt to steady myself. My heart pounds, and I stumble into the table, my book dropping to the floor with a slap. That sound, the chair falling, the dress sparking, the fire spreading and chasing from my home. No, please no. I scrunch my eyes and breathe, slow and deep, in and out, reminding myself that it is in the past, and I am safe. I lean on the table to steady myself and focus on the droplets of rain pooling on the sill outside the window. Fires of hell. What am I going to do now? Okay, and that is the prologue. Like I said, if you want to check out the book, it is free on Kindle tomorrow and Monday. If you have any questions, you can ask me, or I will be sharing a snippet of this in a video. You can ask me there. But that's all there is for today, because it's just a little snippet of the book. But thank you, everyone. 2 of you. Oh, that's okay. Oh my gosh, I actually didn't even expect anyone. First live. So thank you for popping in. And if you have any questions, you can contact me My link is in my bio, and free book tomorrow and Monday. Go check it out. Thank you. Bye.